Hello seekers, welcome to Punneits Astrology's Hiranya's channel. Now, I made a video yesterday, what will happen when Rahu, which is in Pisces zodiac sign right now, actually moves over many planets that are in Pisces that might be in your horoscope. Now, today again I am going to complete that series. What will happen if you have Rahu in Pisces? See, when you have Rahu in Pisces, it means that it is a Rahu return for you. Rahu comes back to the same zodiac sign where it was in your horoscope, and this itself is a very fascinating time. It's a time of great correction. It's a time of new beginnings because Rahu and Ketu are called karmic planets. Karmic planets are those planets that create a different timeline in your life. Rahu happens to come back every 18 years, so does Ketu, because they are the axis, they are the north and the south pole. Now, when Rahu, the mysterious planet, the planet that represents the energy to traverse beyond the usual dimension, your spiritual vibration that can tap into the Kundalini energy if it is positive. If that Rahu comes over your natal Rahu, and if you're Pisces Rahu person, then this is for you. This means that this is going to amplify your own Rahu's energy. Now, who is going to get affected the most? Say you are running a Rahu Mahadasha or Antardasha. Say you have a presence of moon with Rahu or in Pisces, or if you have connection of Jupiter with the moon. If you are born under Rahu's nakshatra, what are Rahu's nakshatra? Rahu's nakshatra is Ardra, Shatabhisha and Swati. You will be affected the most. Now, this also means that you will embark in a new journey in life. You will be putting yourself in new destination. You will be figuring out something totally different in your life. It is like 18 years of your chapter is over, and a new chapter in your life begins when Rahu will be over Rahu in Pisces. A Rahu in Pisces is a Rahu that will go to the depth and will try to analyze the deeper secrets of life. It makes you mystical. It makes you focus more on life's intricate facets, and you want to discover something that is occult, something that is very different, something that is very unique. That is the power of Rahu in the sign of Pisces. Now, if you have Ketu in Pisces, what does it mean? See, Ketu and Rahu are nodal planets, and when the node goes and flips over another node, it completes the circuit. So that happens every 9 years when Rahu will transit over Ketu and Ketu transits over Rahu. So if you have Ketu in the sign of Pisces, it means that you are very keen on taking certain challenges in life, and sometimes you may ignore the risks that are attached to it. And this also makes you extremely spiritual, extremely focused on the occult side of life, and you can be a philosopher, you can be a great thinker, but sometimes you can go so deep that you might lose the way. Rahu coming there brings your attention back to the material plane, and this can be a grand reset in your life. So if you have if you are a Ketu in the sign of Pisces and Rahu is right now over your Ketu, it means Ketu is over your Rahu in the sign of Virgo. This is a grand reset. It means a lot of things in your life will stop and new things will begin. A lot of changes will happen in your life that you cannot predict, because you cannot predict the movement of the shadow unless you are understanding the movement of the light, which is the sun and moon. People with powerful sun and moon will automatically have stronger and positive Rahu and Ketu. People with weaker sun and moon will have a negative Rahu and Ketu. Now, if you are facing a Rahu return over Rahu or a Rahu return over Ketu, it is the time to focus on bringing your attention and energy towards constructive ways of life, because this can create grand illusions. Sometimes you might get an opportunity in your career, or you might think that a person can be your life partner. You can fall in love, you can start new adventures, and once this dasha ends, once this transit ends, is when you realize that things are not the way it seemed to be, and things are very different. Sometimes it can be going back to zero, going back to square one, and sometimes it can be negative. And when it is positive, you need to make sure that your dashas are in sync and you are doing things as per your horoscope. All I'm doing in this video is giving you a philosophical understanding of what happens when Rahu transits over Rahu and Ketu. Now, what should you do as a remedy? One is praying to Rahu Ketu, doing the Havan of Navagraha. Navagraha Havan is a very apt remedy in this case, praying to all the 9 planets, waking up early in the morning and practicing the solar cycle. And the most important is visiting Mahakal. That is why I'm making this video only in the corridor of Mahakal, obviously the place where I can make a video, not inside the temple premise but in the Mahakal corridor. You should visit the temple because Mahakal means the one who is beyond the time, where the time originates. Ujjain is the Greenwich Mean Time, actual original Greenwich Mean Time. All the astrological calculations originates from the Ujjain city. And why this is called Mahakal? Because this is the Jyotirlingam that is connected to the time itself. And Saturn, Rahu and Ketu are the planets that are connected to karma, and karma is connected to the flow of time, because as the time progresses and you do the karma, you get the consequences and the results. Rahu and Ketu can alter that, magnify it, change the amplitude and change the tonal frequencies of the of your actions, and therefore you get the consequences. Sometimes you may feel you're doing the right, but eventually you realize that it was all wrong. That's the illusion or darkness of Rahu. Ketu detaches you, cuts you, takes you away. So when Rahu goes over Ketu, it is actually a relief. When Rahu goes over Rahu, it can be over the top expression of material life. All is good, but you should come and visit the Mahakal and surrender yourself here, because he is beyond the time and the healing you will get here is eternal. Also, if you have any such problem suddenly that has started once Rahu has moved into the sign of Pisces and you have Rahu or Ketu, then certainly you need to focus on the actions that you have taken in the first 4 months of the Rahu's movement and recalculate whether it is right or it is wrong. More understanding and deeper understanding of the horoscope is necessary to understand what really Rahu and Ketu can bring for you. Pisces is a very mysterious sign. Pisces is the ocean of knowledge, and Pisces is also the final zodiac sign. Pisces has nakshatra like Purva Bhadrapada, Uttara Bhadrapada and Revati, and these nakshatras are extremely connected to the energies that are cleansing. It paves the way for Aries to come, the Ashwini nakshatra, the first ray of sunlight to enter the realm, and that is why Rahu's presence in Pisces can signify new beginnings, new karmic cycles, new karmic connections and karmic marriages. Now, if you want to book my consultation, you can drop me an email, and if you want to book that Kundali PDF, which is a 300 plus pages report, a system generated report that gives you a deeper insight into your horoscope, a bird's eye view of your life, the 10 years of predictions, you can book that from the link given in the description box, or you can also check that from my website and you can directly book that. You will get it, and this will give you some level of understanding if you are a layman. It's not that it's a replacement of consultation, but it is a great tool that is always with you in your phone to have a sneak peek into your life, about your nature, what is the possibilities that you can have, good yogas, bad yogas, everything is there. It's a good tool to enter into the world of Jyotish through your own Kundali.